The first three terms in the expansion of 2 plus ax to the power of n in ascending powers of x are 32 minus 40x plus bx square. Find the values of constants n, a, and b. Okay, let's say if I have a binomial and expansion as a plus x to the power of n. Okay, so the formula is, okay, you find NCR. Okay, the first value will be whatever the value of a here, n to the power of n. Okay, this is basically NC0, and then plus you'll have n and then multiply by a, n minus 1 multiply by x over 1 factorial. This is our second term. Okay, first term will be a to the power of n, and second term will be n times a, n minus 1 times x over 1 factorial. And the third term will be n minus 1 a, n minus 2 times by x square over 2 factorial. Okay, and the fourth term will be n minus 1, n minus 2 a, n minus 3 times by x cube over 3 factorial, and so on so forth. Okay, we don't have to go anything beyond. So going with this, okay, judging by the formula or going with the formula, okay, the first term will be 32. Okay, in this question first term is 32, so 32, and what is a here? A is 2, so therefore 2 to the power of n, I'll write it here, 2 to the power of n is 32. So 2 to the power of n equals to 2 to the power of 5, therefore n equals to 5. Okay, so we have our first value, n equals to 5. Okay, next. The question requires to find a, n, and b. Okay, we already have n, so the next value is I want to find what is a. Okay, a is actually in binomial you have two terms. The second term is ax. Okay, that's what a is going to be. So if I take the second term from this binomial expansion, okay, write that n times by a, n minus 1 times by x over 1 factorial. So this would be minus 40x. Okay, so n we already have the value, which is 5, and a here is the value of the first term in the binomial expansion, or in the binomial formula, okay, which is 2. Okay, the first term in the bracket, which is 2, so 2 to the power of 4 minus 1. Okay, sorry, 5 minus 1, not 4 minus 1, n equals to 5. Okay, so 5 minus 1 multiply by x. X here is ax. Okay, remember x here is ax. Okay, ax. So inside x I'll sub ax. Okay, and then over 1 factorial, and that's equals to negative 40x. Expand this, you have 5 times by 2 to the power of 4 times by ax equals to negative 40x. Don't worry about 1 factorial because 1 factorial just give us 1. So 5 times by 16 times by ax equals to negative 40x. So 5 times by 16 is 80. A equals to negative 40. We can just cut the x. Therefore, a equals to negative 40 over 80, which is minus half. Okay, so we have our second value, which is a. Now, the third value is we have to find what is b. Okay, so we're going to find what is b. So in the binomial expansion given here, we only have three terms. So 32 is the first term, negative 40 is the second term, and the third term is bx squared. So third term is this formula here. Okay, so let's use that. So the formula is n minus 1, n minus 1, a n minus 2 times by x square over 2 factorial, and this is equal to bx square. So what's n? It's 5. So 5 minus 1, which is 4. And a, okay, remember a is 2. So 2 to the power of 5 minus 2. And what's x? X is, remember, the second term in the bracket, ax. So you sub ax. And since a, we already have negative half, so I'm going to sub a with negative half and times it by x, and then you square that. The whole thing divided by 2 factorial, which is just 2, and this is equal to bx square. So let's expand this. So we have 20 times by 2 to the power of 3, which is 8 over 2, and then times this by 1 over 4 x square equals to bx square. So 2 times 8 is 60. 60 divided by 2 is 80. 80 times by a quarter x square equals to bx square. We can disregard the x square over here. And 80 divided by 4, which is 20x square. Or sorry, you don't have to write the x square again. Okay, we can discard that. So 20 equals to b. Yeah, that's it. So from there we know b equals to 20. Okay, so we have all the answers here. A equals to negative half, n equals to 5, and b equals to 20. So use the binomial expansion, the basic formula. This is how we find NCR. Okay, nowadays you have calculator, but if you don't have a calculator, this is how you should find your NCR. n minus 1, and n minus 1, n minus 2, and then it just keeps going.